Okay, this video is about protecting the animals. That's what this is about. Protection of the animals. Because you're hurting helpless animals for no reason. Just out of GP and fun. And that's wrong. Some of you folks out there in this evil and wicked world are disrespecting, praying, and on dogs and cats. For what? Why are you hurting them? They ain't did nothing to you. You know, when it hurts my heart when I hear that on the news. I mean, there was a guy some years back that had a puppy on the internet. And he was doing something to that puppy so bad, that puppy was screaming and hollering. And he kept torturing the little puppy. He was a dog. I felt so bad. I wish I could have came to that camera and grabbed him and beat his ass. And the little baby puppy was screaming and hollering. Didn't have no defense, nobody to help it out. And the baby puppy was screaming and hollering. It was terrible. And he put it on Facebook. Now this little idiot fool eventually got caught. I don't know how he got caught, but he got caught. And he got charged. And I'm thankful. Why would you do that to a helpless baby? Puppy. That's just like doing it to a human baby. And you got sick people out here doing that too, man. I mean, seriously, I just found out on the news a couple weeks back, man. This mother killed her baby, bludgeoned the baby. The baby couldn't have been no more than maybe a year or two old, and she just started beating on it. Just bludgeoned the baby, hit it with stuff. I don't know if it was a boy or a girl. That stuff is wrong. It's wicked, it's demonic, it's satanic. And they sacrifice animals just like they do people. That's sick, man. Are you that type of person? Because if you are, and I see you doing something, we're gonna have some battles. Trust me. I'm gonna do something to you if I see you out there hurting animals for no reason, or even kids. I don't even care if they're yours. You ain't gonna do it in front of me. I bet you don't. I bet you get your ass whooped. I'll find a way to take you down. It don't matter. I know how to do it. And it's like, you from a wicked world. I don't know what world that is. I don't even care. You know, disrespecting the animals, man. They come in you for protection. And then when they grow up, they protect you. But you doing despicable stuff to them while they babies. What you think they supposed to do when they get older? That's why they turn on you and want to kill you, because of what you did to them. They don't forget. Animals are very smart, especially dogs and cats. And cats, they're quiet. And they will do you if you abuse them over a long period of time. They will. You know, they can't fight back. They can, but they don't. Because they're young and they don't understand why you hurting them, and you're supposed to be their master and they supposed to be loyal to you, but you don't care. You just hurting them for no reason. And it's wrong. It's evil, it's wicked, it's dark. You see, but when they grow up, they don't forget that stuff. Especially if you got a Rottweiler, you got a Doberman Pinscher, a German Shepherd, or any other aggressive type dog. One day, they remember that stuff. One day they're going to get you. And they're going to catch you when you sleeping. You know what I'm saying? crying out for help. They're suffering from the owners that own them. To help them stop their suffering and abuse and neglect. Not feeding them, starvation. Got them chained up outside in the cold, 0 below weather, don't care about them. Come out, throw a couple scraps out. They eat it, but then they still cold. They freezing to death. What kind of owner are you of a cat or a dog or any kind of animal? You couldn't do that to them lions and tigers and other animals like that in the jungle. They'd be done ate you for lunch. Believe that. If they didn't eat you, they're going to tear something off of you. Stop hurting the animals. The ones you're supposed to love and protect and feed and take care of. And then in return, they're supposed to help you back. And they will. These animals are not stupid. They're very intelligent. They've been around longer than us. But you're going to hit on them and abuse them and beat them up, punch them in the face. I done seen it with owners. It hurt. There's times I wanted to step in, but I didn't. But I find out later the dogs ran away, the cats ran away, the dogs attacked them, bit them up, scarred them up. The kitties did the same thing. Cats are quick. They're quicker than dogs. Don't think they ain't. If they can catch a mouse, and you know how fast a mouse is when he's scared, because mice got a lot of predators. Cats can catch mice. So what does that tell you? They're quick. Very. Nimble. Swift. That's wicked. And, like I said, satanic, devilish. For somebody to do that to animals, helpless animals, especially when they're little, that's devil-filled. Uncaring people that need to pay the price for what they're doing to innocent animals for no reason. And they don't even know why you're doing it to them. You can see it on their face. When I see that one show that comes on TV about how their ex-owners just left the dogs in the cages and left them chained up to stuff in 0 below. They out there shivering. They're malnutritioned and all that stuff. What kind of people are you, man? If you do that to an animal, I can see what you would do to a human person. But see, human people, we're gonna fight you back. We're gonna take you out. And even some of these animals. Because they don't forget wickedness and evilness and negativity. They don't. And it builds up in them just like it would a human. And first chance they get, they're gonna go for your throat. I'm talking to you people out here that be abusing animals for no reason. That's sick. Cruelty and abuse. For what? Because you got the power to do that. You ain't gonna have it for very long. Torturing them for no reason. They know what you're doing. They ain't stupid. But they waiting on you to slip. Get caught. Sleeping, slipping. They gonna do you. See, but the thing is, the love they have for you is loyalty and undeniable. You know, they real unconditional about loving you. That's why they won't retaliate. but some will. You get one of them aggressive dogs like them Rottweilers, man, ooh-wee. I'm talking about you seniors, I'm talking about you college kids, I'm talking about you junior high kids, I'm talking about you elementary kids that can understand what I'm saying, and I'm talking about anybody else that's listening to this video. You know I'm telling you the truth, because a lot of you done it. And a lot of you done witnessed it with other people. Don't underestimate a dog or a cat. They've been around longer than us, and they know what to do to survive, if they have to. Stop abusing the pets, man. Don't get one if you ain't gonna take care of it. Him or her or him. Don't be beating on them dogs like they in a boxing match, kicking them and all that other stuff, abusing the cats. Why? They ain't did nothing to you, man. Nothing. But you just want to use your power just because you may own the dog or the cat, or you see one out somewhere astray and you just gonna go and abuse them. They got laws now. And they're good, strict laws, and I'm glad they got them. Because you don't need to be doing that to no animals like that, man. Take your ass out in the jungle in Africa somewhere and do that to them. Them animals out there, them rhinoceroses, not rhinoceroses, them giraffes, them wild dogs. Do them. I bet you don't do that to them wild dogs. They will eat you alive because they come in packs. And they will burn your ass. They'll rip you to shreds. Or any other animals out there that know how to survive out there. Bet you won't do them giant snakes like that. Or them buffaloes. Or any of them aggressive animals that live in, them elephants that live in the jungle. You won't do that to them. You can't abuse them. They're going to abuse you. Stop disrespecting and hurting the animals. The dogs, the cats, or any other animals that you might have. It brings me to tears a lot to my eyes to see that. You know, see these animals hurting inside, don't know why, shaking, afraid. You're putting them and leaving them out in the cold like that, or just take off and never see them again. You don't think that scars them? Chained up in the freezing cold weather, the humid hot weather. It's terrible, inhuman, inhumane to do that. It's the worst thing a human could do to an animal. And these animals are so beautiful, precious, gorgeous, male, female, got a lot of love for whomever and want to love them back. And they deserve better. They don't deserve you for what you did and what you still doing. No, they don't. They don't deserve you, man. Male, female, I'm talking to everybody that's listening. Watching these animals suffer in pain, it brings tears in my heart and my eyes. It breaks my heart, man. Deeply and sincerely. Don't even know why these animals, all these things are happening to them. Scared, afraid. They run away from pain the first chance they get. Yeah. Punishment, cruelty, for no reason. A lot of you people are plain sick and evil and wicked. Ugly personality and downright in the darkness. These animals you have are sent by God to help you in your lives. Some kind of way to make you or your life or lives a little bit better. But you disrespecting them, you hurting them, you beating on them, you punching on them, you hitting them, you're doing wrong, evil, you're doing wickedness. That's as simple as that. Animals are also angels of God. Don't think they ain't. Jesus Christ, that's his animals that he gave to you to love and cherish and protect. And then in return, they're going to do that for you. But you keep hurting them. You keep doing wrong things to them. Killing them, maiming them, crippling them. Making fun of them in front of people. Beating on them. They can't talk to you like I'm talking to you. Like a regular person. But you see the pain on their face and faces and their body. Their bodies and you know, the body language. They shake, run and hide, just to get away from the pain, or if necessary, will try to bite you to protect themselves or kill you, lashing out at you for the stuff and the abuse and the pain they're feeling because of you. Physical and mental abuse. You're physically, mentally abusive. Sick, demonic, wannabe owners of animals that call themselves their father or mother, so to speak, in the animal kingdom. They look up to you, and you hurt them. That ain't what they come in this relationship for with you, to be beat on and punched on. You get drunk, you want to beat them up, kick them and all that stuff. No, that ain't what God wants. God can give them to you, but he can also take them away from you. And he can also put your ass in jail for doing it, because they got laws now. They've been beating all these animals up. What you doing that for? Beat me up, motherfucker. I bet you don't do what you do to me, to them animals. I bet you don't. Don't let me catch you doing it. And we gonna be going round and round. You ain't gonna get that off on me or anybody else to see you, male or female. Sick, demonic people, man. I know people of the dark world that do that stuff and did it in the past. I'm talking about them because I saw it with my own eyes. I seen it physically, and I heard the animals crying out for help. It was sickening for me to see. It really was. What you think you trying to do, man? You think you better than everybody? I worked in an animal shelter before. Back in the day before I went to the military, I was like a teenager. 70s and 80s. Before, man, it was terrible what I saw. Almost all the whole kennel was filled with animals. No food, no water. Get mad at them because they hungry and they crying out for food. And these kennel attendants, that's what they call kennel attendants, they punching them in the face, kicking them, doing everything wicked. And they screaming and hollering. Then when the supervisor comes, they lie. And I'm sitting up here holding all this in from what I saw. Punching them in the body, for no reason, because they keep barking. And they barking because they need help. They're crying out for help. I got tired of it. It was building up in me. They needed food, they needed water, they needed to go out and use the restroom, to do their business like a human would do. It was terrible to see that and hear that. All these animals want is love and affection. Like us, human beings, male, female. I had to check some of them people, man, for doing that. They were hurting them. Going to certain supervisors because the other supervisors, they was in on it too. Beating them up, kicking them, starving them, wouldn't eat, wouldn't give them no water, wouldn't take them out to do their thing. They was doing the same things the kennel attendants was doing, the ones that they supposed to be supervising. They had no soul, no love, no affection, no kind of caring. It was just a job. But they wasn't doing their job. They was doing it the wrong way, from everything I just mentioned. No feelings for these animals at all. Just a paycheck. Slammed them on the concrete, and they screaming and hollering. Slamming them up against the cages, slamming them up against the wall, choking them. For no reasons. As a teenager, growing up and watching this, growing into a man, it left a negative, negative impression on me to see all of this happening. Heartless, evil, and wicked people of the world, of darkness, doing this to helpless dogs and cats. They pick on the friendly ones, the friendly animals and cats and dogs. They pick on them that have love and affection. All they want is love, man. Like and love. They don't want nothing else. They want somebody that's going to treat them how you would want to be treated. And it didn't work out like that. At the time, there are countless cases here in the U.S. and all over the world of evilness and cruelty to animals, man. This must and has to stop. Hurting and abusing helpless animals for no reasons, just for kicks, jokes, mocking and making fun. Jesus will stop it and be there. Be their Savior. To protect them and expose them to others and the world. For all to see for the wicked heart of the people that's supposed to be trying to take care of them and protect them. How you gonna protect and care about an animal when you beating on them, when you slapping them, when you kicking them, when you slamming them on the concrete, or when you don't want to feed them or give them water or take them outside and let them do their thing? You ain't nobody that should be working in that kind of field. That's just like in a senior citizen male-female facility. You got nurses, male and female of all cultures, abusing the older people. Seniors, same thing. Only they human like you and me. Abusing them, slapping them, won't feed them, won't give them water, won't give them their medication. You know, just abusing them. But flip it over and your mom was in a nursing home and somebody was doing her the same way you doing these folks. Or your dad, or your uncle, or your cousins, or your sisters, or your brothers, or anybody else in your family, or even your best friends. No. You wouldn't like it, would you? So why are you doing it to animals? Because you think they don't deserve the same respect? They do. God put them here for a reason. Man. God is with them. See, these are the types of people that will kick you when you're down and out and struggling. So wicked they are. They have no soul, no love. They're selfish, no compassion for animals or even human beings or any mankind until they get caught. You know, I seen on TV some years back where this black chick was working for a nursing home and supposed to be helping the elderly and this and that, and she was making fun of them, poking fun of them. She got caught on tape. She was abusing them, mocking them, making jokes about them, and she got her ass caught, all on tape, and she couldn't deny it, and her ass got fired. She lucky she ain't go to jail. And she could never, ever work in a nursing home like that again. Ever. Ever. She lucky that somebody's family member didn't come up there and do her or wait for her when she get off. See, that's what I'm talking about. Consequences, repercussions from things that I'm talking about in this video that you doing to animals and people in elderly folks, black, white, or foreign, male, female, in these facilities. I'm an old dude, but you ain't gonna do me like that. I'll bet you. I'll bet you don't. I bet you get your ass whooped. I bet you get your ass stomped. And your ass gonna get beat the fuck up. Bring the cops. Bring them. 20, 10, 15, 30 of them. Bring them. And I'm going to tell them exactly why if I'm living. And I will be. They won't. They might not be. They're going to be hurt, beat up, or broke up. Nah, you ain't going to do that to me. No. I like my life. It ain't perfect like nobody else's. But you ain't going to come in my life and think you going to do that to me. And walk around and brag about it. I'll knock your block off. That's why I work out all the time. I've been working out my whole life. You ain't going to walk in my world and do me like that and walk around and brag about it. I bet you don't. You better think about it real hard. You better think about the consequences once you do it. If you get that off, you better think about what's going to happen to you later on. when you least expect it, when you're not thinking about it, when you're sleeping. Meaning, when you're slipping. Don't get caught being slipping. Which means forget about it, because I won't. Tell you straight up, man. God knows I will and won't hesitate for the cruel and hateful things people do to others. And they ain't gonna be around much longer. Somebody gonna do something to them. They getting away with it for now. And I'm talking to you people out here that work in dog facilities and kennels and all that. You better not be abusing them animals, cause that shit gonna come back on you, man. You men, you women, I don't care what you say about me. Laugh, hee hee, ha ha. Don't get your ass jammed up. You the scum of the earth. And don't realize your day is coming for doing evil to people and animals. Do it to them wild animals in the jungle. I bet you don't get that off. They will kill you, man. Them animals is all they do is hunt and kill people and kill other animals for food and eat you. And if you live, you might not have no legs, you might not have no foot, arms, hands, or nothing. You might not even have a head on your body. And it'll be what you get for being cruelty and evil to these animals and other people that are seniors. See, I got tired of watching it. I had to say something. It was building up in me. I said, I can't do this no more. I'm not going to bottle this all up and walk around and act like it ain't happening and it's hurting me to see it happen. No. I reported a lot of them. A lot of my co-workers. They were wrong. And what they did was wrong. Why would you want to pick on dogs, puppies? They babies. They just like little infants of human people. They can't fight you back yet. But when they get bigger, they will. If you're still around, they ain't gonna forget it. What you did to them, they just like human people, man. They ain't gonna forget that. And it's building. It's been building all the way up until they get grown. And then if you do something, if you still working with them and you do something out the way like you did when they was little, they're gonna take a chunk out your ass. Do you understand what I said to you? Hey, they're gonna take a chunk, CHUNK, out your ass. I'm serious. I ain't playing with you, man. Cats and dogs or whatever other animals. You ain't gonna do it in the jungle, though. You get your ass ripped off. I'm so serious. Dogs and cats are fighters. They've been around longer than us. And the first chance they get to get you, they're going to. See? They're going to kill you like you try to kill them. You're picking on them because they little and they weak. When they get big and strong, you won't do no Rottweiler like that. You will bite a hole in your whole entire body. One bite. You want to bully these dogs because they can't or don't know how to fight back like other animals that are grown. And every person that I told on, they got fired. Why? Because it wasn't just me speaking on it. It was others saying it way before me. I was the last one to say something. Confirmation. If somebody's doing something wrong to somebody, and other people witness that, like 3 or 4, maybe 5, maybe more, and then somebody else come along and say the same thing, you know what that is? Confirmation. Confirmation means it's the truth. They saw it just like the rest of the people that reported it. That's what confirmation is. It's satisfaction. See? Ain't no 5 or 6 people gonna lie about the same thing. They're not. Their proof was beyond reasonable doubt. They didn't have cameras at the time, but they do now. Oh, they watching you. Oh, yeah. Thank God. Thank the Lord. Jesus Christ. They have them cameras on now a lot, around the clock, because a lot of dirt was happening. And then the animals, some of them get stolen. They take them out of there late at night, put them in their bags or whatever, take them home, and continue to abuse them or sell them on the street. A lot of dirt was happening back in the 70s and 80s when I was growing up in these kind of kennels with these dogs and cats. 2 examples. One time I saw a cat who was walking around, and this was outside. No, I seen it on television. And it had an arrow. Somebody had shot that cat in the head with an arrow, and it came out the other side, but it was stuck in its head. And I looked at that cat and was in tears on TV. I was crying. I really was. For somebody that damn sick and wicked and demonic and evil and dark to do that, to shoot an arrow in the cat couldn't have been that much old. It was like I say, maybe a medium-sized cat. And that cat's walking around, living with that stuck in his brain. That bothered me so much. I couldn't watch it no more. Finally, somebody reported it. The guy or whoever did it was never caught. But he just did that out of wickedness and evilness and darkness. A helpless kitty? For what? That cat ain't do nothing to you. But you gonna shoot it in the brain with an arrow? They got the cat. They put it to sleep. They didn't. I mean, when I say that, they gave it some stuff to where it go to sleep, so they could operate on it and take that arrow out of his brain. And they got it out. And for some, well, I ain't gonna say strange reason, I'm gonna say by the grace of God, that arrow was removed and that cat was able to live a normal life despite the wound, because evidently the arrow missed certain things in the brain. And I ain't gonna say back to normal will never be, but it's living and it's functioning. And whoever, I don't know who adopted it, it was adopted, and it's living in a nice, positive place, in a home where people love it and will take care of it for the rest of its life. If I had seen the guy or the girl, whoever, to do that, they wouldn't get away from me. Because I would get them and report them. I'm getting emotional because it touched me deeply in my heart. I got a lot of love for animals and people of all cultures, but I don't have love for people that do stuff like that. That's wicked. That's all I can say. It's wicked. That's all I can say. So, I'm done talking. I'll talk for 40 minutes. Look out for these animals. They looking out for you. Don't be abusing them. Later.